I want to share with you my fitness goals for this year and why I've chosen those fitness goals, and also why have I started this vlog. On the 2nd of September, I turned 40 years old. Now, I've always been into fitness. Probably about 5, 6 years ago, I did a number of sprint triathlons. I've done some obstacle course races, so I've done some of the wolf runs and some of the Spartans. And it was always a big part of my life. Ever since I was younger, I've spent a lot of time weight training, done a lot of running in particular. And then when COVID struck, at work was really intense. I'm a project manager by career, and I had 7 projects which I was managing at the time, and I was achieving everything I needed to do on those jobs, yet somehow that worked against me. My career was halted. There was an integration of 2 companies at work, and the role that I'd hoped to move into didn't exist anymore. It went to somebody else, and that really affected my mental health. Something I haven't really been that open about before. I've always prided myself on doing my best, and it felt that even though I was doing everything I possibly could and I was doing all the right things, I was achieving what I needed to achieve, and I was going above and beyond in a lot of cases, I was penalised for it. Over time, that has sort of manifested itself into anxiety. So post-COVID, I really struggled to even go into the theatre, going into any space really, like buses, for example. I felt like I was starting to get a panic attack. Even going into doctor surgeries, so taking my kids to the doctors, it took a real effort to go there. I'm sat there in the waiting room, and I'm feeling this anxiety building up inside of me, and I've never been that way before. Never been that way before at all. I've always been very confident, always outgoing, and this is really the first time that I felt real fear, and I couldn't control it, and I didn't know what to do. And it's got better over time. I think fitness certainly has played a big role in that, but it still hasn't entirely gone away. And I'm sat here on this cusp of being 40 years old, and I don't really like the person that I've become. I don't like having these fears. I don't like having these anxieties. I want to become the person that I was before. I want to evolve. I want to become better, because that's what my family deserve. It's what my friends deserve, and it's what I deserve. So last year I said enough is enough. Last July we went on a family holiday to Wales, and I said I need to do something different. So I decided to enter a sprint triathlon. I spent all of August training for it. I didn't really think too much about the nutrition side, but I was getting on my bike every other day, doing runs, doing the odd swim. It was only a 400-metre swim, so I didn't do too much there. And I completed it. And the biggest achievement for me was having my family there, and them seeing me complete that challenge and being there to high five. And Sophie, she'd seen me do some triathlons before when she was a lot younger. She's now 9. She was about 3 or 4 at the time when I was doing triathlons. But Sophie and Sam, they'd made little banners for me saying "Go Daddy Go," and the feeling that gave me was incredible. Everything that I'd been through just seemed to disappear, and I was there in that moment, and my children, my family were seeing me do something special. And I want those to be the memories that Sophie and Sam and my family have of me. I want them to see somebody who's gone out and tried to become the best person that they can be. And admittedly, it is a bit of a coping mechanism. Turning 40, my 30s just feel like they've whistled past. Only feels like yesterday I was turning 30, and all of a sudden 10 years have passed. And I don't want to feel like I'm past it. I want to feel that I've got more to give, and I still feel like I've got more to give. I want to finally overcome the issues that I've been struggling with now for several years. So my ultimate goal is to enter my 40s in the fittest, healthiest state that I've ever been in. So the Spartan Trifecta is something that I've always had on my wish list of things to do. I've completed a sprint before, a super before, but I've never completed a beast. I did train for it just before COVID, but then I came down with a knee injury, which meant I couldn't do the race. And then COVID hit, and then that was the end of that. So I've looked at the dates, and I can fit in the sprint and the super and the beast before the 2nd of September when I turn 40. If I do the sprint and the super on Trifecta weekend, which is the 11th and 12th of May, and I then do the beast on the 11th of August. I also wanted to set myself a kind of pure fitness challenge. I wanted something that would really scare me. Thinking of just doing a regular triathlon doesn't inspire me. I think I'm somebody who really needs to be frightened by something to be motivated by it. It needs to be beyond reach. And for me, the half Ironman ticked those boxes. You know, it's 1.2 mile swim, 54-mile bike ride, followed by a half marathon finish. Now, I've never run a marathon in my entire life. I've swum that distance once, and I've never cycled over 30 miles on my bike. So the thought of doing those three things back to back terrifies me. Therein lies the challenge. The one I've picked is the Grafham Half Ironman, which is on the 2nd of June at Grafham Water. So doing the half Ironman, straight off the back of doing the Spartans, is a unique challenge. So obviously my training needs to be a mixture of strength and fitness. And I've always enjoyed doing strength work. I haven't really been one of these people that's just been interested in doing the fitness side of things, so the running, the swimming, etc. I like to haul weight around. I like to go to the gym. So doing Spartan, which is a real functional fitness, its whole body needs to be strong and athletic. That's a really good challenge, and it's a really good motivator for me. So that's why I'm picking those. Then after I turn 40 on September the 21st, I'm doing the Equinox 24-hour challenge. So it's a 24-hour race. There's a 10k loop, 6-mile loop, and you have to complete that loop as many times as you possibly can in that 24-hour period. My best mate did it last September, and he did absolutely fantastically. He's super fit. This event really challenged him. So the idea of doing something like that, learning the lessons that he's learned from that experience, and actually doing it with him, because he's decided to do it again, is fantastic. And a big part of fitness and exercise for me, and doing these events, is the adventure. It's the memories that you're going to form by completing them. In and of itself isn't a motivator for me, but it's what that experience will give me. It's the memories that it's going to create. It's having the family there. It's having done the work and stepped up and know that I've achieved something that was previously impossible. So why this vlog? I've got plenty of medals. I've got plenty of photos of things that I've achieved. But what I don't have is many photos, videos, notes, or anything about the journey, about the path that I've taken to actually lead me to that point where I've achieved that thing. And I've come to realise, certainly in recent years, that really it's the journey that's important. It's the journey that holds those memories that you're going to look back on in years, and you're going to reflect on those, and ultimately you're going to cherish those. The medal, the photo, it's a point in time. I want to record the journey, and that journey is going to have good times, bad times, challenges, frustrations, but it's all part of the human experience. It's all part of that journey. And I feel that there's a lot of videos out there where people have already achieved something fantastic, and they're sharing their lessons. They're sharing their lessons, right, of what they've done, what they've found successful, maybe some of the challenges they had, but it feels different because they're not in the moment. This is something that happened to them a long time ago. Where for this blog, everything is real. If I'm having a bad day, I want to make the effort to get in front of the camera and make it clear that I'm having a bad day, the kind of challenges that I'm having, how I'm feeling, what it means to me, what I'm going to do about it, how my plans are changing and adapting over time. So these videos become points in time that I can look back and reflect on. In 20 years' time, when I've become a completely different person, I'm older, I'm 60, my children can look back and say, that was my dad. That was the person he was at that point in time. Those are the challenges he faced. This is how he overcame them. These were his dreams. These were his ambitions. These were his flaws. And these will help them understand me better. But it will also, I hope, inspire them that they can achieve the things that they want to achieve, if they want to. Anything, I truly believe this 100% passion. Anything that you want to achieve is possible. It just comes down to priorities. Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to make the necessary sacrifices to achieve it? You know, you have to want it. It's all well and good saying, I want to get fit, I want to get healthy, but unless you really want those things, you're doing them for the right reasons, you're never going to do them. And finally, because I know that there's likely to be hundreds or thousands of people out there who feel the same way as I do. Perhaps people who have the same goals, the same challenges, the same limiting beliefs that I have. And I want you to know that you are not alone. And if I can do it, you can do it too. Not perhaps a fitness goal, but anything that is important to you. I'm just starting this journey. I don't know how it's going to go, but I can tell you one thing. I'm going to give it my best shot. And for anyone watching these videos, I wish you the best and every success. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay committed. You can do this. I'll see you on the road. Take care. See you soon.